How's it going, guys? Today we're here at the Paul Bunyan Show 2025 with Chris from In the Woodyard. One of my original kind of inspirations to start out in the firewood business.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, really good to meet him, honestly, and all these guys here, and kind of start to build my connection with the firewood business and community type of thing. So just wanted to have a quick conversation with you and kind of get to know the ins and the outs. So
there's a lot of outs, a lot of work.
So you're in Wisconsin, right?
Yeah.
So we're in Michigan, and
so upper or lower?
Lower, southwest.
So you're a
Kalamazoo.
troll.
A troll?
And they call the people south of the bridge
below
trolls.
the bridge. We live under the bridge.
Yep. And so I just wanted to. So I took, I don't want to say took, but I got inspired from your video when you really talked about how to make the firewood bins, because you have a big open field from what I understand, and I get a lot of wind and sunlight where I am. So I was like, well, let's try this out. And I started out with bins that were only 2 pallets wide, so I could fit, but they were like 8 or 9 long, so I could fit something like 4 cord in it maybe. I stacked it real tall, but then now I have pile. Oh yeah, I pile it. My mistake. I pile everything now. Trust me, I don't stack. But so now I have bins that are 8 pallets wide and huge.
That's getting wide.
Yep. So I guess I just wanted to get your insight on kind of how you do things, and if you have any advice for me to start off.
8 pallets wide. I find once you get past 5, it's farther away from your edges, obviously. So when you go, if you're hand chucking, if you're not doing a skid steer or something, it's farther. You have to throw it. So I find about 5 wide is as wide as I carry going on. I've done 8 wide or 10 wide, I think, which works. As long as you got pallets underneath, and then as you go wider, you're going to need to have, instead of the pallet side by side, every other one, put them on top. That way you create some more space underneath.
Yeah, there you go.
And it'll breathe better. You get more airflow. Because airflow is everything. So it's the sun and wind that drives the wood. And time. Those 3 things is what it takes. So if you can get it in the open, where there's lots of sun, lots of wind is the best thing. I have guys that have built bins that have told me it didn't work for them. And then I said, send me a picture. Well, they got it up against the wood, right tight to the brush, with big trees. So they'll put it up there, and then they got no airflow, no sun, nothing, no wind, and the way the sun goes, they're like on a north side, so they never get sun. And they've got another maybe row of trees on the west side where the wind comes from, no airflow, and then they wonder why the wood's not drying.
Why it's not dry? Why it's on the bottom?
Because I've cut my dry time in half by doing it that way. The other thing, by having it off the ground, is you get airflow underneath, you're away from the moisture content from the ground, and by having it off the ground like that, you get more airflow not only underneath but through the whole pile. So it's breathing the whole time, because your pieces aren't late, like you stack your hands here, everything's tight stacked. It's not breathing. Whereas if it's like this and like that,
the air
and like
can go up and down and through.
You got all those holes in there, so it's going to dry faster. It just does. So those are things. The next thing a lot of guys ask, should I cover it? Not when you're trying to.
I don't cover any of my stuff anymore.
Well, I shouldn't say I never cover it. But while you're in the drying process, from the time you cut it to the time splitting it and putting in your bins, that whole time you want as much airflow and as much sun as possible. Even, and guys will say, what about rain? Well, if it rains on it, how long does it take a sidewalk to dry off once the sun comes off on a rainy day?
And I've also heard that
if wood does that too.
If wood gets rained on, I've heard that if the fibers open up a little bit, so the sun hits it really gets in there and dries. Is that true? Or
I had a wood expert tell me this. He said, what happens, and that's why lumber guys don't like it, what happens is you get that wood wet, those fibers suck up the moisture and they swell. And then when they dry out, they're moving, they're flexing the whole time, so it's gradually working its way apart. So the actual cell structure is opening and the fibers are opening. So it actually increases your drying time. I mean, decreases your drying time, increases your drying efficiency. So you're constantly doing that. So, and the big producers, the guys that do literally like 2-3 semi-loads every day, they do big, huge cones right on gravel, out in the open.
I saw your video of Phil's firewood.
Like 3 to 6 months. And it's totally dry. So
it's crazy.
It goes
That's
fast.
the ideal thing, is just have big concrete and just piles and mounds of wood
and not touch it.
Exactly.
Less touching. I'm down to 2 touches for most of my wood, which is I process it, into the trailer, tip it up, and then I take out all the stuff I want, throw it into the bin. I'm taking out my kindling now because I'm gonna start bundling that. So that's 1 touch, and then it stays in there for 6 months or 3 months, whatever. And then after that, I throw it into the trailer and go dump it. So it's 2 touches instead of 7 or 8 when I was stacking.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Stacking is the big time killer.
I think stacking is fine for the end user.
Yeah.
So if you got your own wood,
and it looks good too.
Yeah, and you're stacking it on your deck or outside your house or along the house or in the garage, you want to save space. You want it to look good so you don't get yelled at.
Yeah.
You want your neighbors to not be mad or your spouse, and you want to know how much you have. It's a good way to do it.
And
but
especially
after it's dry.
Especially for the people that I assume that you sell to. I've heard you talk a lot about drinking wood.
That's what it is.
And so so a lot of those people, they just want a face cord or 2 face cords. But where I'm at, I sell a lot of indoor heating wood, so I do like a cord at a time.
For sure.
I have a 6x10 dumper that I fill it up pretty tall, but it all gets in there.
So what are you doing for volume like in a year? What kind of?
Well, I haven't even been doing for a year yet, so but I've already went through 50 or 60 cords.
How much do you have on the ground ready to sell right now?
Right now, I made the mistakes when I started out. I used to stack, so I have 40 foot of canopy stacked 4 foot tall with 4 rows. So that's about 4.5 something cord, 5 maybe. Then I have a cherry bin, which has 1.5 cords in it, and then a white oak bin, which has another 2 cords, and then that big bin probably has 2 right now. But I just sold a full cord yesterday, and I got some work to do, so I'm selling 3 full cords this week. And that's going to come out of that big bin. But the logs that I buy, my logger sells oldest to newest. He carries his logs out of the woods, not dragged. It's really clean, but it's debarked cherry.
Oh,
and I split
cherry
it.
Dries fast.
Yep, I split it, and it's already in the teens. So I just split it and sell it.
Yep, cherry will do that. Ash you can do that with. Oak is the one that's the.
Oak is so.
But if you can buy dead standing oak or from a logger where it's no bark on it, 50% of it is dry, ready to burn right now. 50% of it you're going to need a few months.
Yeah.
So that's the stuff you want to get done first for longevity, and then. Hard maple, soft maple, birch, that stuff all dries really fast, like cherry. So when people ask me, what do you do to start a business? Start cutting.
Yeah.
And the right amount of wood to have is how much more.
I knew you were going to say that.
Keep cutting more. It's money in the bank. That's what it is. It is literally money in the bank. So it won't go bad on you. A lot of people think, if you have your wood, for 3 years, it's going to be over dry.
Oh, no.
It's not over dry.
It's wood.
I just tell them, if you have furniture in your house, do you have chairs? Do you have a table? Do you have a dresser? Do you have a bookshelf?
Yep.
And the studs in your house. If you have a house that's 100 years old, do you think those studs would burn?
Go bad? Yeah.
No, they're fine because they're out of the elements.
Yeah,
dry.
exactly.
But if you're out in the elements, the
rain.
It is an organic material, and the rain and the moisture,
the ground,
over and over, and the sun on it eventually will break it down. But if you're covered and dry, you're good for a very long time.
Yeah. Do you have black locusts when you're on?
Oh yeah,
at all? Yeah.
That's good. Very good.
That dries quick too, and I can sell that for a lot.
But not honey locust. Honey locust is like oak. It takes
yeah. It's different.
But it's good wood.
It is. Locust is really good.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. What about hickory? You do hickory much at all?
A little bit, yeah. I put hickory, so my winter storage, I have white oak, cherry, and hickory mixed in there. So a little bit of maple too.
Do you sell any to people that smoke meat yet?
I have a restaurant, Carrabba's, that I do once a month.
That's good that you told me the name. Now I can deliver it.
They probably are in Wisconsin. It's an Italian restaurant, and they like it smaller, so I'll charge a little bit because I still have. I just put a lot of money in it. I'm not going to tell you guys which processor I got, but I put some money down. It's sitting right over there. But right now I still use the Champion 27 ton, so it's a Home Depot splitter. Yep, exactly. And so I'm out there for forever. But I got
small, fast splitter. Whether you get a Wolf Ridge or Eastern Maine, any one of those, or split fire, split force, get a fast one. You will buy so much time to be able to produce way more wood. You'll pay for the machine in 1 year.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the first thing you should do.
It's an investment, but it also holds its value if you take care of it.
Right. I always tell people the first thing you should do is get a spare saw and get a faster saw.
I have a 500i right now.
There you go, that's fast. Get us another one so you can give it a break and rotate it. The next thing, get a faster splitter. After that, you got a dump trailer already, and then get a process.
And that's all you need, and then you're there, and then build your market. And
let's keep going. What's your market? 10 miles around you, what's the population?
I'm not sure, but it's do you know that population of Kalamazoo?
No, I don't.
Million,
Kalamazoo, I've heard of it.
I don't know, probably under a million.
It's really popular.
Yeah.
A lot of suburb type too, which is really good.
Well, that's where the money is.
Exactly.
People have nice houses, don't have trucks, don't have chainsaws, don't have tractors.
Don't want to do the work.
They want to. Well, they don't have time because they're professional. Like I say, I want to hire a guy to do the stuff I'm not good at.
Exactly.
I hire a dentist. I hire my mechanic.
Yep.
I hire the people that are more experienced than me. I take care of what I know how to do, which isn't much.
Yep.
I'm just a caveman with a chainsaw.
Exactly. Aren't we all?
Very good.
Cool. I'm glad I got to talk to you today. Thanks for taking the time and answering a few questions.
Yeah. Keep going.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, always.
Awesome.